So I think it should work. Yeah, okay, cool, we're live. So it's working. I'm just gonna I'm gonna tweet so that people do know that we're live. Okay. And then I just need this and Skype. Alright, everything's working.
Fine. Great. Looking forward.
Hey, cookie time! How are you doing? Test. Indeed. All right. So yeah, so I agree with playing with this Pally deck
Okay.
because the Shaman deck, you said you've played it, and I guess you figured it's pretty easy to play.
Yeah,
Speci-
it's playable.
Yeah.
I think the Paladin is harder to play and is slower, and my win rate will be worse, but it's perfectly okay. I gotta check. I don't know. I have some. Yeah, I'm not too far off the Golden Pally, so every win we achieve will be fun.
Oh wow. Okay. Great. And I mean, after you can always rank with the Shaman to get to higher ranks, and then start playing slower decks as well. I do that every season. I generally play aggro up to rank 6 or 5, and then I start playing slow decks because going from rank 16 to legend with Pally would take so long.
Yeah, that's what most people do, I think, and that's one reason why I why I don't reach the higher ranks is that I face a shitload of aggro. So, yeah, whatever.
All right. So you it looks like you have more experience than me with Pally, but I guess I can help because I've played a lot against them as well.
Yeah, I will try to tell you my reasoning of what I'm doing. One of the weaknesses maybe the mulligan. I will try to tell you why I mulligan and what, unless the English card names do not come to my mind, and then we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah. All right. Perfect.
Just tell me when to start.
Yeah. Go.
Okay. So I want to have everything but Druid as an opponent.
Right. But then, even if it's Druid, we can practice.
Yeah, of course we will get the deck to work versus Druid.
Yep. Hey, Rosva, how are you doing? I'm actually streaming at a decent time for Finland. For once.
Yeah. So with one of the problems with Warlock is you do not know if they are two or not. So you have to assume anything. I would be tempted actually to keep all three of these because I have kind of an opener. I have something if it drops an early giant, and I have a consecration if he should be sued. Do you find that inconsistent, or would you agree?
No, I think it's pretty good, especially since your opponent kept 2 cards from the mulligan. So it's most likely Zoo, but then your deck lacks 3 drops. So if you drop the BGH instead of a token on turn 3,
Would
it's actually
be a
not
loss.
bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing great, Razva. And Error, how are you doing?
I'm perfectly fine. I'm very happy to receive the coaching. I was in the stream during some of the coachings you did, and this was always very interesting. And so I did never think I would get the chance to be on the show, but I'm happy I am. So okay, so I see no reason. I mean, I have 2 possible plays: Viewed Up or play the Shielded, and I will play the Shielded because it's a strong play. Right?
Yep. Yeah, for sure. There's pretty much never a reason to play a token instead of the mini bot. Unless you'd play giants and you wouldn't want to use cards, but I tried playing Giants in Paladin, I realized it's pretty bad. Because you can only play on turn 5 or 4.
So basically, I'm quite surprised of his start, because you said you think he would be Sulok.
Yeah.
Ancient Watcher just looks more like a handlock variant, so he will follow up with his owl and attack me. I'd just go face with the 2/2 and dude up. I don't think there's another useful play here.
Yeah, definitely not. Because now that we know he's handlock, we key the BGH. And I do not think he's gonna owl. I think he just played this so he could tap and just play the Watcher, because he has to play one card before turn 5. Before turn 4 if he doesn't want to discard, because he's second. You know.
Okay, so this is interesting now, because I'm not willing to waste the owl on this one. Also, I'd rather keep the Consecration for board clear. I do not really have another play. I might run the Shielded into this one and play the Cockhammer so it gets shielded, and I can't dude up then, but I think that's what probably I would do.
Okay, and do you attack the Watcher with your weapon?
Probably not, because as it's now, he could not kill the shield bot with his minion. So I could always do that next turn, and if next turn I should be forced to silence it or to consecrate, then there's no use to take 4 damage now. Or do you disagree?
I would attack with the Coghammer, because again, in this matchup you are the aggressor, so if the game is stalled, you are the loser, because in the late game you're gonna lose the game, because you cannot handle all of Handlock's Giants and late game, so you have to put pressure and you have to get rid of the taunt.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I mean, if you also your own HP doesn't matter in this matchup, because Handlock's gonna burst you over 1 or 2 turns from the Giants that are on the board, so you cannot lose if you have control of the board. So your HP doesn't matter as long as you use it to gain control of the board.
Okay. So I was close to saying this is perfect, but of course it's not, because I do not have enough mana for Owl and Consecration, which would be good play here.
Yeah.
I might still play the Owl on the Dragon, of course, and kill off. It doesn't matter which one I kill with the weapon or with the. Doesn't matter. One dies and I take 4 damage. So, question remains what I do with the 3 remaining mana. I can only dude up. Alternatively, I can pull a card with Sudric, but I would not do that because he can always AOE with the Watcher on me.
Then
so I have to. Yeah.
Yeah, you could kill that Watcher.
Yeah, I'll kill it anyway. So.
I agree with the Owl play, because if you play the Azure Drake, it just dies to the Twilight Drake, so it feels weak.
So I kill the Drake, yes, with the 2/2.
Yeah, for sure.
And I dude up.
Yeah. Hey, Necromaticon, how are you doing? And alright, see you later, Rosva. Have a good evening.
Okay, so might not be the worst decision to play a Sudric and draw a card, because one of the rules that I got from better players was always to try card draw first before you do anything else. I also think that Sky Golem was a strong play here, because he cannot kill it with Dark Bomb. he would be forced to kill it with lower tap. And it's sticky minion, which we can use Defender on later. So yeah, I'd be tempted to go with Sky Golem and run the 1/1 into face, and I would actually keep the weapon because I have no other weapon, so I would not attack with the Cockhammer.
Yeah, I agree, and I would play the Sky Golem definitely, because
does it matter if I put it left or right? No, it doesn't really.
Yeah, it depends if you want to Argus. Yeah, I'd put it on the left because that way you have the choice to Argus with a token, or to Argus both tokens. If you play token Argus next turn, but then if you put the Golem on the right, then you can only.
Then you can't. Yes.
Yeah.
I see.
And I agree with you have to draw first before you do anything, but that's when you know you're gonna draw that turn. When you're fighting for the board, the card draw is weaker than playing on the board. Because Azure Drake this turn, if we played Azure Drake this turn, we would have surrendered the board.
Okay, so he has to trade with lower tap, like we expected. Of course, we did not expect the R, but it's okay.
No, that's pretty fine actually, because you have other silence targets.
Yeah. Especially Tyrion.
Yeah.
Keldusad.
Yeah, and Cairn, so it's fine.
He's thinking about going face. I don't know what would be better for me. I'm not really sure what I would do if he went face, because if he did, if I played Defender, he could also kill it. So I would be forced to kill his lower tap anyway. So he might go for face. Him going for face, I think, would have been the right decision for him. So I think he made the wrong decision now. But
no, I don't think so, because there's
okay.
You just drew Aldor, and you have multiple ways to kill or get rid of Lothab.
Yeah.
And like I said, you're the one putting pressure in this matchup.
Yeah. So I'd probably Azure Drake here to see what I get.
Yeah, I agreed.
And
the rest of the play aren't as good.
I'd probably try to. I should have put it on the left side. I forgot. I probably dude up here and will try to keep both dudes. So I'd rather sacrifice the weapon on the R here.
Yeah, I like it. Hey, Kurats, how are you doing? And yeah, Necro, I'm very hyped for the viewer stream next week as well. Wait, I have it here. Ta-da! And why do you think Valentine's Day is so sad? For me, it's just another day. I mean, I have a girlfriend, but I'm not seeing her today.
Oh, that's not fine. No. Oh, so he used 2 dark bombs on the Azure Drake, which is actually great for us.
That's excellent.
And okay, so which plays would I have that makes sense? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Does not really make sense because of his AoE abilities. I will keep this for Jiraxis. Doesn't make sense. Does not really make sense. So I think Azure Drake here is the only useful.
Yeah, totally agree.
And we get a true silver champion, which is really good. So I just dude up and go face with the dudes.
Yep. And like you said when you were talking about your deck, you don't have muster for battle, but people don't know it, and your opponent didn't see a quartermaster yet, so he's forced to clear the board very soon.
Okay, so 2 ways. Either I use the Eldor on his 7/7, which might even allow me to kill it off with the Drake and the sword. Or I play the Big Game Hunter on it. I tempted to save the Big Game Hunter for the Giants, actually, if I have another way of dealing with the 7/7. So I would prefer to play Eldor on the 7/7 and kill it with the Drake and the sword. And I'm left with 2 mana. Then I have to dude up. And the only question remaining, do I trigger the bombs or not?
I see a third play here.
Yes.
You have to guess.
The defender
Nope.
and sacrificing 2 minions.
Nope.
No.
I see Kel'Thuzad and Suicide everything into the 7/7.
Yeah.
That way you force a
that's
Siphon
great.
Soul.
Okay.
You
Sounds
force.
great. Yeah, you convinced me.
Yeah. Because basically you pay 8 mana to force
Yeah.
a 6 mana removal and kill a 7/7. And
I would not have seen the play.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah.
And also, in this position, you don't want to deal damage to the Warlock's face because you don't want him to play Molten Giants.
Yeah.
Because you don't have lethal. And you don't have Equality Consecration, so I feel like this is pretty good. And you don't really care about the bombs since you have all your dudes. Yeah, Kurats, I'm also glad to stream early so people from EU can actually be there without
sacrificing too much sleep.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was trying to say. And hey,
Like
Plandrew, how are you doing? Yeah, so as I said, I think a few times in the past week or so, I'm going to be trying to make at least one EU-friendly stream per week, so that my EU viewers can actually watch a stream live once in a while.
Thank you for that. That's perfect.
So most of the time it's going to be on Friday or Saturday or Sunday, because
he managed to clear,
mm-hmm.
and the problem here is that all my cards are reactive
Mm-hmm.
to cards of his. The only useful play might be Senjin True Silver. I might even attack because putting him to 16 would be okay. And if he can play one giant, it's perfectly fine for me. So, do you see any other plays? I can dude up, of course, but yeah, so I'd really get a True Silver and Senjin.
Yeah, I totally agree with your reasoning. And I think attacking is fine as well since you have both True Silver in hand.
Yeah. And 16 is no problem yet for me.
Yeah.
If he's on. And the healing is not bad for me either, so yeah.
Yeah, and also you still have your 2 equalities left. And as soon as you have Equality Consecrate in hand, you can just go all in, deal damage to him, and kill him over 2 turns. Because
I have the mind control deck as well. So
Yeah.
this is where this deck can shine versus Handlock, because if nothing else, then you play Equality Consecration or Wild Pyro Equality. Okay, so here's the first giant. And the Watcher. Okay, so he will use the Watcher for AoE purpose. That's what he wants to do. Just as before, we would have with the Aldor, we could kill off the giant by only sacrificing the dude. But I don't think that's the best play because we have to take care of the Watcher as well. So I would play Big Game Hunter here to kill the giant and kill the Watcher with the True Silver and the dude. Yeah, basically I have 7 mana left then, so I'd probably just dude up after that. Might even use the Eldor on this one, so not to take so much damage, but I don't think it's worth it actually.
Why wouldn't you play the second True Silver instead?
Yeah, would also be fine.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yep.
I BGH this,
Yeah, agreed.
kill that, go face with this engine,
Yeah, I agree.
dude
Me-
up and take the second sword.
Because now you
Yeah,
threaten lethal for next turn.
He might have an Evanus or he might have a Harrison as well. But even if he does, it does not really matter. So he will have to set up his minions now.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a shame that we didn't draw mind control tech until now. But we have a board clear if we must, so it does not look too bad actually.
Mm-hmm.
And I can set one of these giants to 1. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The one thing that I didn't talk about the previous turn was that by showing the True Silver, we showed that we have lethal.
Mm-hmm.
So that
He's forced to, yeah.
Yeah, he knows he has to clear. He won't take the gamble because he knows he's dead.
Yeah.
So that's
So he gives up.
yeah, that's a downside in a way.
I never tend to reply to well played before they really give up, because so many people say well played, especially mages. The game is not over yet, so I never say well played before he really gives up. And he doesn't, so why did he say well played in the first place? Probably goes Jiraxis now or whatever. No, he doesn't. Okay.
Hey, Thaddeus, how are you doing?
Well, okay, you said what I learned from your stream. Rule number 1, do I have lethal?
Exactly.
4 and 4 is 8 and 2 is 10. I do. I can kill him with Consecration and Defender of Argus.
Perfect.
Is that correct, yeah?
Yep.
I hope it is.
As long as mats don't change rules, it works.
Yeah, you never know.
Hey, Coda, how are you doing?
Okay, so funny enough, we just could show. We did not talk this on the stream yet, so we could show that this custom-made deck, so to speak, where's the positive side of the deck. So I have played 25 games with it now, as we can see here. And for the viewers, is it useful I show the statistics in between?
Wait. Can you set the deck tracker on the left of the stream? Like of the is it possible to change it?
You mean this window, the window from the moving it from the right side to the left side?
Yeah. Is it possible?
Oh, it's for sure it's possible, but if I just knew how. So let's see. There's some function where you can unlock the overlay.
Does anyone know use deck tracker know how we can do it?
You can just grab it. Is it disturbing on the right side actually?
It's not that it's disturbing, it's that there's my overlay over it.
Oh, also the viewers can't see it. I see.
Yeah, I could maybe just change my overlay as well and then put it back. Yeah, I could do that. It might be faster.
Should be this window because it says scaling here.
Okay, good.
It. So somewhere in this window I might have a chance to. Or can I just grab it? No, I can't. Yeah, I'm sorry. I really do not know how because I do not change the settings.
I'm gonna change my overlay. Then. It's gonna be faster.
Thank you. I think this button might be it. Unlock.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. I can move it.
Oh, okay, perfect. So I get back in my box.
Let's see if I manage to. I should be able to draw it now, but yeah, I can.
Yay! So, perfect.
Is this better?
Yeah, it's excellent. Okay.
It will just cover the history bar, so but it's a minor issue in play.
If it covers it, we could scale again.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we could. Right. Okay. Next game.
Yeah, perfect. That's what the stick and hourglass looking thing is called. That's funny. Basically, for you, Error, Necromaticon said he made a Diabolo show. And then
what? Pardon me?
Diabolo.
Yeah.
And then Coda didn't know what's a Diabolo. And so Thaddeus sent a Wikipedia link, and then Emperor Koda said, "Oh, that's what the stick and hourglass-looking thing is called."
Yeah. Where you throw up in the air and you have to
Yep.
do the athletics with. Yeah, I know. Okay, so for the mulligan. Against the hunter,
Mm-hmm.
I tend to keep the Elder Peacekeeper because of his companions.
Mm-hmm.
I will for sure ditch those two because they're just too high mana drops to keep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure about the equality because I won't use it early on.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would go this way.
I agree. You'd rather have your early game than your equality.
Mm. Or not. Okay.
Hey, Magicamy, how are you doing? Welcome to my stream.
Undertaker, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I passed the turn.
Yeah, definitely. Coin Dude doesn't really make sense here. Hey, Daffy Day, how are you doing?
I just really wish we drew a mini bot here.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess even if it looks odd, I would just dude up here. Because I would play Coin Senjin on the following turn.
Mm-hmm.
And he would take care of both of these. I just would have to think ahead, what will he play? He will most likely, he can play Companion. But he only has 3 cards, so it might be that he just uses the hero power, I don't know. So I don't think that coining anything out here is useful.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just dude up.
Yeah, I think I agree. Because if you coin this turn anyways, you won't have anything to play next turn, so...
Yeah.
Might as well play the token.
So, as you have seen, I squelched him because European players tend to be quite talkative if you do not play fast. They do know we are coaching, so...
Yeah, I agree. I do the same when
turned it
people hello
Okay,
me.
so... Always Huffer, right?
Yeah, always suffer.
So this is the reason we kept the Peacekeeper. And we can go with the Peacekeeper here either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it.
Or we can go with the Coins engine as we talked before. I'm just not sure which is better because he might buff the Undertaker even more, and then Peacekeeper would die to the Undertaker, and he will keep a 1/2 beast. I'm okay with a 1/2 beast, but he could buff it with Houndmaster next turn. So I'm not sure what's the better play. Actually.
I prefer the Eldor because if you can coin send in, it dies to pretty much nothing, and well to the void already.